Hi guys, welcome to another audio video, and I'll be reading 1 Kings 10 of the King James Version Bible, and it reads, "And when the Queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon concerning the name of the Lord, she came to prove him with hard questions. And she came to Jerusalem with a very great train, with camels that bear spices and very much gold and precious stones. And when she was come to Solomon, she communed with him of all that was in her heart. And Solomon told her all her questions. There was not anything hid from the king which he told her not. And when the queen of Sheba had seen all Solomon's wisdom, and the house that he had built, and the meat of his table, and the sitting of his servants, and the attendance of his ministers, and their apparel, and his cupbearers, and his ascent by which he went up unto the house of the Lord, there was no more spirit in her. And she said to the king, It was a true report that I heard in mine own land of thy acts and of thy wisdom. Albeit I believed not the words until I came, and mine eyes had seen it, and behold, the half was not told me. Thy wisdom and prosperity exceedeth the fame which I heard. Happy are thy men, happy are these thy servants, which stand continually before thee, and that hear thy wisdom. Blessed be the Lord thy God, which delighted in thee, to set thee on the throne of Israel, because the Lord loved Israel forever. Therefore made he thee king to do judgment and justice. And she gave the king 120 talents of gold, and of spices very great store, and precious stones. There came no more such abundance of spices as these which the queen of Sheba gave to King Solomon. And the navy also of Hiram, that brought gold from Ophir, brought in from Ophir great plenty of almug trees and precious stones. And the king made of the almug tree pillars for the house of the Lord, and for the king's house harps also, and psalteries for singers. There came no such almug trees, nor were seen unto this day. And King Solomon gave unto the queen of Sheba all her desire, whatsoever she asked, beside that which Solomon gave her of his royal bounty. So she turned and went to her own country, she and her servants. Now the weight of the gold that came to Solomon in 1 year was 636 talents of gold, beside that he had of the merchantmen, and of the traffic of the spice merchants, and of all the kings of Arabia, and of the governors of the country. And King Solomon made 200 targets of beaten gold. 600 shekels of gold went to one target, and he made 300 shields of beaten gold. 3 pounds of gold went to one shield, and the king put them in the house of the forest of Lebanon. Moreover, the king made a great throne of ivory, and overlaid it with the best gold. The throne had 6 steps, and the top of the throne was round behind, and there were stays on either side on the place of the seat. And 2 lions stood beside the stays, and 12 lions stood there on the one side and on the other side. Upon the 6 steps, there was not the like made in any kingdom. And all King Solomon's drinking vessels were of gold, and all the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were of pure gold, none were of silver. It was nothing accounted of in the days of Solomon. For the king had a sea of navy of Tarshish with the navy of Hiram. Once in 3 years came the navy of Tarshish, bringing gold and silver, ivory and hips and peacocks. So King Solomon exceeded all the kings of the earth for riches and for wisdom. And all the earth sought to Solomon to hear his wisdom, which God had put in his heart. And they brought every man his present, vessels of silver, and vessels of gold, and garments, and armor, and spices, horses, and mules, a rate year by year. And Solomon gathered together chariots and horsemen, and he had 1,400 chariots, and 12,000 horsemen, whom he bestowed in the cities for chariots with the king at Jerusalem. And the king made silver to be in Jerusalem as stones, and cedars made he to be as the sycamore trees that are in the vale for abundance. And Solomon had horses brought out of Egypt and linen yarn. The king's merchants received the linen yarn at a price, and the merchant came up and went out of Egypt for 600 shekels of silver, and an horse for 150, and so for all the kings of the Hittites and for the kings of Syria did they bring them out by their means. Alright, guys, so this chapter basically shows the wealth of Solomon. How God had richly blessed Solomon with wealth, and not only with wealth but with wisdom. And because of the wisdom that he got, then came the wealth. It was because of the wisdom of God that God gave to Solomon why he accumulated all those riches, because people came from far and wide to hear what King Solomon had to say in regards to matters of states and important matters. And so they greatly appreciated his wisdom and his knowledge, and they paid him accordingly because they brought gifts. Well, it's not payment, but it's gifts to show that they do appreciate the knowledge and the wisdom that he uses. Okay, and they do come to glorify God and know that God is indeed awesome through all this wisdom that he's given to Solomon. And we see here that God's promise to David is being fulfilled. Solomon keeps walking with God, and he is being richly rewarded for his obedience and for his faith in God. Okay, and guys, that's exactly what is in store for you. Just keep in the faith. That sounds weird, right? Keeping the faith, and just keep pressing on, no matter what the road might look like, no matter what obstacles come your way. Just keep pressing on, okay? Because when the rewards start coming, they will be so great that you won't even be able to fully utilize the blessings that will be coming your way. Alright, guys, so guys, I'm gonna leave you there a very short message, right? Yes. Alright, so please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification so you're alerted to whenever a new audio video is posted. And guys, please remember to leave your thoughts, your comments, and revelations down below in the comments section. Okay, guys? Yes. Okay? Continue walking in your salvation, and if you've not yet gained it, then seek it. There's no better time to begin than the present. Have yourselves a blessed day. Bye.